Conversation sometimes overrated. Don't wanna seem impatient, but let's get it straight. Don't need to wait so long. We got all night, I know. I can hardly focus. Can you poke it out for me? Can I give it to you, show you how you can take it all? Wanna break you off. Relax and unwind, and let me take my time.
You feel me?
All right, what's good, y'all? So, y'all know what it is. We back with another one. So, today I just really wanted to chop it up with y'all about my experience in Miami and how much I love it. Like, how much I loved it. Like, I have now realized that out of all the places that I've been to, y'all, Miami Beach, that area within a 20-mile, I'll say like within a 20-minute radius from that area, from South Beach and up, that is the best area that America has to offer for exotic nigga like myself. I'm just gonna keep it real. There was nothing like it. I've been in Miami 3 times. This was my 3rd time. The other 2 times that I went, it was fun, it was dope, but at the same time, I had went during like the winter time both times. This was my first time going during the summertime or spring or summer when it was actually like at its peak as far as like, you know, during its prime, during its summertime. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about at first, y'all, I didn't like it. And I realized that what it is I don't like humidity. That's one thing I do like about Colorado. But I don't have what I just found out this time was that I don't got no problem with humidity when I have access to an ocean. Like, real talk. When you're right there by that ocean, it's okay because you just feel like one with the world or with the earth. And I just wanted to make this video to comment on that. Like, we're always having, us black people or us exotic people, always have to travel somewhere else to get the environment that we are really meant to be in. And I think that a lot of black people don't realize that that's the reason why we do be so, like, I had a little low-key depression once I got back. Like, once I got back to Colorado, it was cool when we were on our way because it was like, you know, I'm excited to get back to work, my life or whatever, playtime's over, I'm cool with that. But the part that was depressing was that, you know, it was gloomy here that day and everything, and which was yesterday. And it was just like, it made me realize that, you know, that all that stuff plays a part in your mood and stuff. Like, we think that it's all about what we have in our head. Well, yeah, we can convince ourselves to believe what we want. We can create our own happiness. That is true. But I'm talking about just being happy. It just being lit. It just being dope. It just being beautiful. It just being a positive, enlightening environment. We sleep on that because we so used to making it work. We so used to making the best of everything. And so just being in Miami, it made me realize that, like, you know, we just be making the best of everything, but for real, like, this world got so much more to offer. And yeah, I just wanted to make that part, you know, known on the video. But the main part that I want to talk about that I learned in Miami is that as you get older, you have to realize that there's generations that come up under you. And basically, I'm feeling this whole vibe of, you know, like on the Coven, when there was the old Supreme and then the new Supremes, like the whole time, like this was the first time that I was there, like, cause I just passed 30 years old, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is my first time being there, and I'm not like that young, hot, dumb, full of cum, well, for the most part, type of nigga. You know, I'm not that hot boy no more. And it's like seeing all them hot boys, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody walking around with their shirt off. Everybody's beautiful. Everybody's just like, man, greatness. You know what I'm saying? Women, men, don't matter. All different ethnicities. Like, that was like, literally, that's the 32 flavors. Straight up. Like, Miami Beach had everything for everybody. And you know, it just made me realize, like, dang, you really, like, life has phases, y'all, and you have to level up with your age. And this is the reason why age matters, because when you sit up there and try to brainwash yourself that you still young, 30 plus years old, bro, like, I'm sorry to break it to you, that is something to make you feel better about yourself. Okay, at the end of the day, youth is, it literally stops around 30 to 35 years old, because that's when the body stops progressing. That's what equals youth. You can't just say you're youthful just because you look young. That's not youth. Youth is the body and how it calculates when to stop maturing, when to stop progressing, when to stop elevating. Once you get around 30 to 35 years old, everyone's body starts going into decline. Okay, so that means that you are now, well, how we would, a lot of us internalize that is like, we washed up, we old news, you know, our time has passed. And me being there with my boyfriend, it made me feel good, because it was like, you know, I'm where I want to be. This is where I said I wanted to be when I was at this age. I wanted to be in a relationship, at least a serious one, if not married, etc. Like, because I knew that a lot of that stuff was temporary. I could tell that all that was temporary. And if you don't make it temporary, it will become permanent, and then you have no choice but to be a part of that when you have aged out, and then you have to keep facing the fact that you are not the hot commodity top choice no more, because now you're older. Top choices, doesn't matter how fine you are, top choices are always going to be that new booty out the scene, straight up. All right, trade niggas that just came out, you know what I'm saying, fresh on the scene, 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds, like, that's always going to be over everything else in this community. Okay, and so it just made me realize I had to have a moment of, like, self-reflecting and being appreciative of age, being appreciative of me becoming to this point and everything, but at the same time having to realize, like, yeah, man, having to realize, like, damn, like, there's all these, and it's like, you know, with my boyfriend, I was analyzing him, and I realized that he wasn't, like, hawking, he wasn't, you know, overwhelmed, he wasn't staring at niggas. Like, we be, like, passing bad niggas, he's not staring at them, all of that. And it just made me really comfortable. Like, it made me solid, but at the same time, it made me realize, like, dang, there is side effects that comes along with turning dudes out, you know, making it a hobby or whatever to get straight dudes and all this other stuff. Because I had to kept going through situations where dudes was coming up to me, talking to me randomly, you know, like, talking to me while, like, in the beach, like, talking, like, trying to flirt with me. Like, women and men was doing it with both of us. Like, well, mainly women the whole time with both of us, but, like, there would be little times where, like, men would do it, and it would just be, I would be like, damn, if I was single, nigga, I would have got your ass, like, on everything with what you just tried. But you know what I'm saying, because I'm not, I had to think, like, that was my first time basically being in a hypersexual environment, and I'm in a relationship. Usually I would only go in those, I would only dare to go in those environments when I was single, you know what I'm saying? And so, reason why I'm talking about this, y'all, is because a lot of us don't talk about the struggles after you find your partner, the person that you be dreaming of, the person that is perfect for you, the person, the relationship could be happy, everything. And then we don't ever talk about the struggles of what comes along with this lifestyle that you used to live in. When you used to live in this hookup culture, this is the reason why I be telling y'all, especially bottoms, I be telling y'all, don't get accustomed to, well, this is really for everybody, because tops too, don't get accustomed to sleeping with different people and being a part of the hookup culture, because once you actually do find somebody that's worth settling down with, you're gonna be literally fiending and itching to keep yourself from cheating and stuff. And I'm not saying that that was my case, but I'm saying, if I wasn't as mature as I was, if I wasn't as educated and went through as much as I've been through and had the experiences that I had with dating men seriously, I would have thought that there was more out there and that, you know, the relationship could be holding me back or whatever. Because without the experience of different relationships, you start to think that there's just this endless options. Like social media got you thinking, a lot of people thinking that there's this endless options and stuff, and it's not, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, even though I was there around all them beautiful people, I still was mature enough to realize, like, okay, yeah, he's bad, but yours is bad, and he's for you. This nigga could be bad, and he could be for the streets. He could be, you know, he could be DL, have baby mamas have to go through all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So even if I was to get this straight dude, turn him out, get that night experience with him, what really gonna come out of that that's better than what I got? Nothing. First of all, I done already been there, done that. This is just a one that I haven't turned out. And then what made me humble about that was that, okay, I can't fuck everybody. I can't smash everybody. Even if every dude, okay, let's say if I was there single and every dude was to be like, yeah, we DL, yeah, we curious, like, so what's up? Like, I still was not gonna have enough time to smash each and every last one of them fine ass niggas. Okay? So I think that what I'm saying is that a lot of us need to realize that one, you do, you know, the whole prime, your prime does pass, okay? And as best, and I'm not saying that my prime has passed, because I do know that I'm still a hot boy. I'm still that nigga. But I got out of there while I have this, so that I can be deserving of what is for me, instead of waiting till my prime passes and then I'm trying to settle down and then nobody want me. And I feel like that's what the majority of y'all be doing, because y'all think that there's endless options. Y'all get big-headed thinking that, oh, there's just all these options. No, these niggas is not for you. Everybody's not for you. All these fine-ass niggas are not for you. Be loyal to who you got that's for you. That's who God blessed you with. You fuck that up and you don't know what's next after that. All right? So, yeah, I just wanted to make this so that, you know, like, to encourage, like, couples who are in relationships and y'all go to these high, you know, hypersexual environments and everything, to stay confident in y'all relationship and y'all's bond, because at the end of the day, y'all, you can be fine as hell and meet and get at the wrong addresses every time. You can be fine as hell, never finding what you're looking for. You can be fine as hell, and you can really not, they can really not be nothing, even if they fine. You know what I'm saying? It'll just be an experience or whatever. And I feel like a lot of niggas in this lifestyle will risk losing what they have that's solid over experience, a one-time experience, just because it's with a straight dude or whatever, and make you, your ego feel good or whatever. And just, you know, just seeing all the DL niggas that you could tell was DL, seeing all that, man, all that was a lot. All right, it taught me a lot about myself in positive ways and in ways where I need to work on, or ways that I didn't even realize that I was affected by, because in Colorado, it's not a dense population of attractive people like that. Miami Beach is literally, like, I think that's the most, I've been everywhere in America, y'all, and I'm trying to tell y'all, that is the most dense populated area of attractive people, bro. Like, it was so concentrated with with baddies. And so, yeah, I realized quickly, you know, be confident in having a little bit of gut, because that means that you happy. That means that you've excelled. You've gotten past that stage where you have to be fit and have the 6-pack, 8-pack to just feel good about yourself. Like, I was like, I don't care about, like, I'm still fine. I still feel attractive. I still feel like I'm that nigga, but I feel like so much better because I don't feel like I have to compete with nobody. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it was like a part of me was like, damn, these niggas is ripped up. Like, you need to get your ass in the gym. But then I was like, wait a minute. When I was like that, when I was that nigga that was ripped up in the gym all the time, I made the best of it, but I am happier now. I get to eat what the fuck I want. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to impress nobody because I already got who I want. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's just pros and cons that you have to realize, but you have to go through things. You have to have serious relationships. You have to live this life. You can't just live the same consistent hookup culture all your life to learn anything, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know this. That's why I'm making this video, just to let y'all know, like, there's really levels. There's truly levels to this. Okay? When it comes to self-love, confidence, everything got levels to it, bro. Straight up. And so I caught myself there for a minute, getting a little, starting to feel some type of way about myself. And it was like, baby just kept reminding me, like, nigga, you are bad. Like, you are the shit. Like, none of these niggas got nothing on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they could be that. They could be whatever. But, like, I don't care, you know? And the reason, and what that made me realize was, like, this is the first time that I've ever dealt with somebody that I could tell only has eyes for me, y'all. I've never dealt with nobody like that. I'm used to niggas literally, like, you chilling with a nigga and he's literally staring at the nigga walking down the block and acts like, you know, hopes that you didn't catch him, but you literally see him. Like, they'll disrespect you. Like it didn't matter how fine I was. It didn't matter how dope I was. That, if anything, that made them think, oh, well, if I can get this nigga, then who else can I pull in? Oh, I must be able to pull a nigga better than this if I can pull this nigga. Like, I feel like that's what most dudes think like. And that's what I got accustomed to, men thinking like. And I never realized that, like, that you could be valuable enough for somebody to value you enough to be comfortable with just you. I always thought that it didn't matter how fine I was, that if another nigga was just as fine as me, he could compete with me, or I had to worry about, or I had to feel threatened by him or whatever. But that's because I was always dealing with dudes that was in the hookup culture for X amount of years, used to hooking up with different people all the time. So it didn't matter how dope I was. It didn't matter how dope I was, because that was just a compliment to them. And if anything, it made them think that they could pull better than you. Instead of them thinking and appreciating you and not taking you for granted and thinking, oh, this nigga's dope. I got one of the finest niggas. I got one of the baddest niggas. I got a bad nigga. Because you can't get all of us. You better off settling with one of them and cherishing him and appreciating the fuck out of his socks, bro. Because you will leave this nigga thinking that there's all these other options out here, and you will be very mistaken. But people like that also deserve to be by themselves when you take people for granted like that. Because I see a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people on social media, a lot of my friends, a lot of people talking about how they don't feel appreciated. They don't feel like they feel like they overlooked and taken for granted because of so many options. But I'm here to break it to y'all. I was just around a whole bunch of options, and I still knew my nigga was the best because he was for me. Okay? What's for you is for you. If somebody else is attractive, that doesn't mean that they're for you all the time, and that should be okay. Don't think that you got to be like this puppy dog or a kid in a candy store, and you got to be trying to get anything that look good. Because I'm trying to tell you, and it took to be in an environment with everybody fine as hell for me to get to that environment, to get to that mindset, to where I'm like, when you around everybody fine, that don't even matter no more. Cause it's just like, everybody fine, so what's next? What's up? What else you got? You feel me? Like, for real, for real. And it just made me realize that when you come from a small town, when you come from a city outside of an area like that, you are gonna be overwhelmed. And that's the reason why I said, like, not just with the people, but the environment, the beauty of it, the beach, all that, you know what I'm saying? So everybody walking around naked. And so it's like, it's hard for anybody who doesn't come from something like that to feel, who hasn't been exposed to nothing like that, to be comfortable with themselves. They're gonna be a hoe. They're gonna wild out because they haven't been exposed to that before. You feel me? So yeah, man. But yeah, there's just levels to this. And this trip really just like secured me in my relationship for real, for real. Whatever doubt I had as far as, like, you know, loyalty and all that stuff. And I'm so thankful for it, so thankful for my relationship and everything. Now, if I was to take him to a gay club, I still wouldn't want to do that because, see, I can handle people flirting with us verbally. I can handle people, like, especially when it's just women. Women free game. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I expect women to speak game, women to flirt because that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that we even gay no way, so I can't blame them when they try to holler at my dude or when they try to holler at me or both of us or try to do doubles with us because there'll be two girls trying to get at both of us like we brothers and we not, you know what I'm saying? So we have to go through little awkward moments like that. But other than that, like with females, it's all good. But when it comes to the males, see, they're too aggressive. And like if anybody was to touch my dude, that's when there's a problem. I ain't gonna ever allow nobody to just touch my nigga in front of me or nothing. So Miami Beach is cool, but even a gay club in Atlanta is still not cool. Just because it's not even about how secure I am with him, how secure me and his relationship is. It's about this is an environment where people are hypersexual and they're gonna touch people just because it's a culture thing. And then couples don't have respect in these environments because most of the couples in these environments are open or poly. So he don't even want to go to no club no more. Like for real. Like he when it comes to a gay club, he over that shit now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he realized, because he did some research himself and realized what I was talking about was true. And yeah, he cool on that. We ain't fucking with none of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with the gay culture for real. Like I'm bisexual. I'm openly bisexual, but I just can't get with certain shit in the gay culture, bro. Like I'm not one of them. So yeah, y'all, I just wanted to make this video, let it be known that, your boy had a little moment of like having to realize, like Babe called it the changing of the cards or something like that. But basically, like, there's a whole nother generation up under me now. I'm not one of the youngest niggas out here no more. And, I feel like we all have like a realization to go through with that, but I think a lot of people keep it to themselves and they just move on in the world because it's like, that's just what, you told you're supposed to do. But I mean, it's okay to feel your feelings, and it's not a jealousy thing. It doesn't make you bitter. It just makes you real. Like when you have to come to the realization of like, oh man, like, oh, okay, so I'm just not the baddest nigga around this motherfucker. Shit. Hey, it's cool. I'm just an average motherfucker now. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you come from an environment like out here in Colorado, I know I'm easily one of the tops out here. Like, I'm one of the baddest, best tops, most attractive, most successful tops out here. Like, I already know that. There's nobody fucking with me for real. But when you go to a place like Miami or something, that, then you have to realize, like, oh, damn, there's like, oh, damn, like, okay, so I'm just another one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. And that, I now understand where Nicki Minaj and them, when they be calling her bitter because she's, a little upset and jealous of the fact that there's all these young bitches coming out rapping, and she had that title and that crown for over 10 years. So it's difficult for you to accept that there's newbies and shit, or that you're not that only one no more when you didn't been the only one for so long. It comes along with a pride and entitlement, and it's very difficult to shake. You know what I'm saying? But only bad motherfuckers that understand and relate, because if you're not and you had a low self-esteem all along, you're gonna always have felt like you was equivalent to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Or motherfuckers was above you maybe. But when you knew, or when you could assess that you was the top, and not just you, but like the majority agree around, then that's when it becomes like, this is a title I have to maintain and stuff. But it's not attainable. We're all gonna be washed up eventually. And I feel like now I had the opportunity to be okay with that. This was the opportunity to let me know that's why you got your man. That's why you're settling down. This is why you're moving up in the world out of this phase, because this is not where you compete no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay. And I feel like a lot of gays need to get to that point and accept that, because all this, you 40 plus in the club trying to pull out a 20-year-old's hand and shit, is dead, bro. Y'all need to learn that you are not in that bracket, in that class no more to be competing. And that's okay. It's perfectly okay. Quit trying to hang on to something that you can, and you're not inevitably gonna be able to hang on. You're inevitably gonna be able to hold on to that. Okay. One thing that comes on with living is just growing in age. You can't fucking stop it. And you're gonna have to pass your torch over too. Because whatever you're great at, you're gonna influence other people to come up and be great as you or better. So you're gonna have to pass your torch even on some shit that you started, even if you pioneered. And yeah, so yeah, I peeped that. I understood exactly what was going on, and the only reason why I use Nicki Minaj as that example is because that's the only person I could think of that everybody would understand what I mean. Like, that woman literally is just beefing with these new girls and stuff just because they're new and they're hot, and she's not the only one no more. Like, that's it. She don't have no personal feelings to none of these bitches. Like, and that's literally what it. I felt an attitude coming on being around. I was like, I don't even want to be. I'm ready to go back. Like, at the end, like that very last day, I was just like, I had so much fun enjoying the environment and all that because I love kayaking. The water, jet skiing, beaching. Like sweating all day, like just being one with the earth, having my feet in the sand, all that. Like, that's how I know I'm really a exotic nigga. I'm really to be in an environment like that. So that's gonna be a goal to move into an environment like that here in the near future. But yeah, I really did peep that. I was like, there at the end, I was like, all these niggas keep trying to talk to me and shit because they don't know that I'm older. They don't know that I'm not. I don't know. Like, so they, you know, being free with me or whatever, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm getting irritated just because of the fact that I'm thinking my nigga gonna be looking at y'all, but he ain't even worried about y'all. But really, I'm just upset at the fact that like I can't even compete with y'all niggas no more because I ain't got that, I'm not ripped up like I used to be. I don't prioritize looking a certain way like I used to and all this other stuff, like with the lineup and all that. Like, everybody think that I'm foreign. Everywhere I go, they either think, like, people in Miami thought that I was either from there or they thought that I was from one of the islands, one of the Caribbean islands. Like, people thought that I could speak Spanish and shit and would be surprised when I couldn't. Like, straight up. So it is mental because nobody else would think that I would think like that because they could see me and they would say, well, you still can compete because you still dope. You're not fat. You all that. You don't look old, all that. So what are you saying? Well, I know what it is and I know the difference. I can feel the difference. There's a naivety. There's the world is just a big playground and mentality that comes along with that age that you don't have at this age. That changes the way you look at the world. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, y'all, I just wanted to make this video. Anybody that could relate, you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe. And yeah. Miami is definitely Miami Beach, bro. Like, if you somebody who want to just be one with the earth and and have a really high quality of life, like, that's where it is. Like, California beaches don't fuck with Miami Beach. The only other beach that fucked with Miami Beach was Puerto Rico. The Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean got the best beaches. The Pacific and the Gulf of Mexico are the worst beaches, bro. But like, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and make this video, let y'all know what it was. Had a great ass time, y'all. So yeah, anybody thinking about going down to Miami, I think that's a good place for a vacation because it's gonna test your relationship, bro. It's gonna really let you know, like, are you secure with yourself? If you're not, it's gonna show you. If you are secure with yourself, it's gonna show you whatever level you at, and it's gonna show you if that person's for you too. Because if that person's not for you, you will be able to tell immediately being surrounded by all them attractive people. You feel me? So yeah, y'all. That's it for this one. I'll see you on the next one. Hey.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. Baby, how much I really take?